something I've learned during this is the Ohio River is monitored normally very extensively. And so they were able to pick up, before they were able to pick up where that plume was. It was never thought to be very high, never thought to be very dangerous, but they could detect it as it moved down river. We do believe that there's no reason to be concerned about water now from the Ohio River, and there's never really been a reason to concern, and we no longer can get any reading at all of this contaminant.
And environmental activist Aaron Brockovich. Aaron, welcome back to The Lead. The EPA has tried to reassure residents of the East Palestine, Ohio area that any immediate danger is past, but government officials confirmed approximately 3,500 fish have died in Ohio's waterways after the derailment. When asked about those deaths and reports of people getting headaches and sore throats, the health director for the state of Ohio says it doesn't look like air quality is to blame.
To show the delay of information that's getting out to the people and addressing their concerns. Since this happened on February 3rd, I've been hearing from the community as early as February 4th about children having breathing issues, onset of asthma attacks, rashes, projectile vomiting, getting evacuation orders, not knowing where to go to shelter in place, a lot of confusion, a lot of miscommunication, if no communication. Here we are 10 days out, and now you're just hearing the governor, as your reporter just stated, now there's an issue with don't drink the water. This is precisely what's concerning this community, because all the information isn't in yet. Look, it was a train derailment, 10 cars of a very hazardous chemical, vinyl chloride, that was set to explode, that they put into a controlled burn.
And as we continue to follow the latest updates on the train derailment, there's been a lot of buzz all over social media about whether or not FEMA will step in. So let's verify. Here's Carmen Blackwell.
Will the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, give assistance to Ohioans after the East Palestine train derailment? Let's start with the governor. DeWine tweeted that his administration has been in touch with FEMA to talk about the possibility of the state receiving federal support, stating in part, quote, "But FEMA continues to advise that Ohio is not eligible for assistance at this time." So, will Ohioans receive assistance from FEMA for the East Palestine train derailment? For now, at least, we can verify no.
The worms and dead fish all throughout this water. So, something I just discovered is that if you scrape the creek bed, it's like chemical is coming out of the ground. Can you come here? And let me just show this to people. I don't know if you're going to see this on camera, but watch this. Just see that chemical pop out of the creek. This is disgusting. And the fact that we have not cleaned up the train crash, the fact that these chemicals are still seeping in the ground is an insult to the people who live in East Palestine. Do not forget these people. We've got to keep applying pressure. That's how we're going to fix
the soil or the water. They also acknowledge that the cleanup and monitoring of the derailment site could literally take years. Is this an indication that people should not live in East Palestine, Ohio, or the surrounding area?
That's exactly what the community wants to know. And as long as this information isn't given to them, full transparency, whether you do or don't know something, you leave them in a horrible, vulnerable position to return to an environment that is unsafe. And that is absolutely unacceptable from local, state, and any federal authority.
You've been calling on the Biden administration to be better about communicating with the residents of East Palestine, Ohio, who, as you know, feel as though they've been left in the dark. What should the Biden administration, what should the Biden EPA do differently?
Show up.
Welcome. Let's take a look at the top story that we are tracking for you this hour. U.S. President Joe Biden has arrived in Kiev on a surprise visit. The visit is being seen as a strong statement to Russia and its allies. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky hailed the surprise visit and recognized Biden's visit as a key sign of support nearly 1 year after Russia invaded Ukraine. Meanwhile, U.S. President Joe Biden has vowed to increase arms deliveries for Ukraine with the new military aid package worth some $500 million.
All defend Ukraine, and that doesn't count The other $500 million we're announcing with you today and tomorrow. That's going to be coming your way. And that's just the United States in this piece. And just today, that announcement includes artillery ammunition for HIMARS and howitzers, more javelins, anti-armor systems, air surveillance radars to help protect Ukrainian people from aerial bombardments.
On Sunday, I took a breath in my lungs. I thought I was going to die. And then I come back Sunday to get her attention, and I drive through a cloud. I thought I was going to freaking die. And it stressed me enough I ended up in the hospital. They thought I was going to have a damn heart attack. So what did I do? That's what I was thinking. What did I do? What is everybody else doing?
Why do you get sick? Not to care about water. Why?
How should us kids get safe with the snow marshal?
Come on!
Well,
I don't know what to do about providing further assurance or so I understand we are doing all that can be done to look for the sources of potential contamination.
So, Representatives from Norfolk Southern.
So
that's the
those are
company
just
that
some of the
operates
sights
train that
and
went through
sounds
Canada.
from the town hall last night. Some no-shows were Norfolk Southern and anybody from the Biden administration or EPA or Transportation Department. That's Pete Buttigieg's department.
It's almost been a week since the train derailment happened, and the Biden administration has yet to visit the site to assess the situation and provide support to the affected communities. Instead, today we wake up to hear that the Biden administration is in Ukraine on President's Day. It's like, all right, dude, we get it at this point, dude. Those are your people. We're not. You ride with them. You're going to do everything for them and nothing for us. It's cool. I mean, it's out there now, I guess, you know, and it's whatever, but it's just more clear than ever that Biden does not care about the American people. He's too busy playing politics and trying to make deals with other countries and trying to start World War III. And this is just not a one-off thing with this train thing now. Like, really think about it. It's a long list of failures by Biden, starting from the border crisis to rising inflation, skyrocketing gas prices. He's done nothing but make things worse for us. And are we just going to forever sit by and let this bullshit happen and just continuing to let our standard of life and our happiness just to sink till we all go crazy? Like, what are we doing, people? Like, and the fact that he's just like pushing us towards World War III, dude, this is not good for Ukraine. This is not good for anyone, dude. Like, I don't understand how everyone's just so fucking like, war. It's fucking retarded. I don't know, man. What do I fucking know, man? Peace. Oh, and Biden, at this point, dude, just fucking stay in Ukraine, dog. Like, dude, just stay in Ukraine. It's all good, bro. It's all good.